Can you tell me about yourself and what you're doing with this project?
Yes, my name is James Brennan, and I'm doing aquaponics. I currently have an aquaculture system, meaning it's a recirculating system that allows for fish to go ahead and be raised and grow. I soon will have an aquaponics system by having hydroponics, which is plants growing on the fertilizer of the fish waste on a forever cycling loop. It reduces waste. It comes from this system to a mechanical filtration, and then it goes over to a moving media filtration, and then from the moving bed filter it goes into the sump tank. The real cool thing about it is because the way it is designed, the water level will remain the same on everything exception of the sump tank. So I always have to make sure that this needs to get topped off. It's pretty dirty right now, but I just ran the system and there's a lot of quirks to work out.
What do you have to do to the water to keep the fish healthy and alive?
Basically, what I have to do is make sure the nitrification cycle always works. There is ammonia, which is a big problem. It's highly toxic. It gets turned in from bacteria to nitrite. Nitrite, also incredibly toxic, needs to go over to nitrate, which then turns into fertilizer for the plants. The second thing I need to worry about is temperature, but since I have so much water, I'm really not concerned. I'm not doing it over the winter. The third thing in this regard is I have to worry about the pH. The pH on my system will naturally decrease. I just need to make sure I increase it. That's it. My pH is really high. It's at 8. And this one's my nitrates. And my nitrates are minimal. I just set up the system, so that's normal because I haven't put enough stuff in it. It's at maybe 2 parts per million. The ammonia is at 2 parts per million, and the nitrites are at 0 parts per million. That's all that tells me.
What kind of fish do you have?
Well, I started off with channel catfish, but I am adding a couple additional species to it. I have minnows in the sump tank, which allow me to go ahead and deal with any kind of bugs trying to go into that system, mosquitoes especially. And I'm having a couple goldfish because catfish are kind of boring. They stay at the bottom, and goldfish and koi are kind of good looking fish.
What do you typically feed these fish?
Yes, I typically feed them floating pellets. Sometimes I'll feed them worms, and because we have a lot of water volume, they kind of eat a lot of insects on the top. You'll see the catfish kind of doing something atypical and floating on the top of the water to eat some insects on the top. Thank you for seeing my aquaculture system. The hydroponic part of it will be done by the end of the month, which on the raft system, the 8x16, I am looking to harvest 30 plants a week. It was a pleasure having you.